Dear God, it's beautiful.
So I just came from watching the new Netflix film called Damsel, which stars Millie Bobby Brown. And my God, I went into this movie blind, had not seen a trailer, knew nothing. I just switched on Netflix, logged into my Netflix, and then it was just there waiting for me. And let me tell you, that is one of the most unexpected films I have watched in a while. Very, very unexpected. Let me give you my thoughts as I was watching the film. So the film follows a bit of, let me say, a bit of a cliche storyline, because even when it starts, this is the first thing that you hear.
There are many stories of chivalry, where the heroic knight saves the damsel in distress. This is not one of them.
So of course, when I heard that, my first idea, the first thought in my head, this is Netflix and we're about to watch something about a strong woman. That was, that was the first thing that came to my head. We're about to watch something about a strong woman. So this is probably going to be some woke nonsense that I will not enjoy. But let's carry on. Let me tell you, this movie has some insanely good visuals. I felt like Jesus had just healed me of blindness and I was seeing for the first time. The visuals in this film were so good. It is just great visuals after great visuals after great visuals after great visuals. Stunning stuff. So the story starts with some knights going to slay a dragon, and then in the middle of the action sequence, it cuts away and does like 100-year time jump. I was like, hey, what the
Fuck!
I was not expecting that, but okay, thank you for blue balling me. I hate when movies do that. I hate when an action sequence is cut and then they do a time jump. I always feel like that is so bad, but I was like, fine, let me give the movie some time. Did I mention that the visuals of this movie are stunning? It has this fairy tale-esque look, especially like in Hour One. This fairy tale-esque look which just goes above and beyond to impress you. Maybe I'm the one maybe I've spent so much time watching shitty films to the point that I'm easily impressed, but I was very impressed. So the story follows Elodie, who is played by Millie Bobby Brown. Her father is a lord, and the town where they stay, they're having, I believe, famine. So as a way to get money and gold to support his little town, village where he stays, he plans to accept a marriage proposal for Elodie, where he's going to marry off his daughter, and then in return he's going to get money. Elodie's stepmother is played by Angela Bassett, who, as usual, Angela Bassett kills it. There are times when I saw Angela Bassett and I don't know, because this movie is all about royalty. Every time I kept seeing her, I kept thinking of her as Queen Mother in Black Panther. I was just waiting for her to just speak, like with the Black Panther accent she does in that movie. I enjoyed her. This movie is sort of like Rings of Power visuals meets Game of Thrones type vibes, meets Witcher type vibes, yeah, a bit. And I was fully immersed in this film. I was fully immersed in this film. I think I've spent so much time watching shitty films on this channel to the point that I forgot what it's like to watch a film and be fully immersed in it. I forgot until I watched this. The soundtrack and the music of this film are so good. Let me just play for you. There's this soundtrack they were playing a lot. Let me play it for you here.
Your hand, child.
Yeah, the music in this movie, it really got me really immersed into the world of this place that they were trying that the movie was trying to depict. So basically, this new kingdom where Elodie is being married off to, they basically sacrifice their daughters as a way to appease this dragon that stays like underground of some, I don't know if it's a mountain or under some caves or something. So when Elodie she's taken by her groom to this ceremony where, they do like a blood oath thing, and she's made royalty, and then she's thrown overboard. The movie suddenly changes genre. It moves from like this fairy tale-esque genre to like this survival or horror genre, and she falls and she survives, which very much surprised me. And somewhere in the middle of the film, honest to God, I knew that it's become like a survival horror type film, because she has to survive being stalked by this dragon. And to some extent, I was like, oh, I don't care about her enough to watch her survive. But because the character is so likable, this is what happens when you write a likable, strong woman. When you write a likable, strong female character, you can actually sit through and watch her, try and survive what she's trying to survive. There's this one scene where she was trying to drink water from some icicles that was so beautifully shot. And there was this map that had been drawn by previous women who had been thrown down those caves. And first, when I saw it, I was like, "Who drew this?" And then, because it had been like sort of assumed that none of the women made it out alive. Then apparently later on, there's this scene where there are some crystals on the wall, and it seems like you can escape up. Elodie sort of like assumes that one of the girls managed to make it out, so maybe she's the one who drew the map. But I'm like, did you reach the end, see the exit, and then go back and draw the map? Or maybe she went back and drew it maybe for future women who might be thrown in. I'm not sure how that works. Like, why would you be trying to escape, find a way out, and then be like, oh, let me run back and draw a map for anyone who might be thrown in later in the future, But that scene with the crystals had me on the edge of my seat, you guys. And that dragon jump scare had me good. It had me good. It's been a while since I succumbed to a jump scare that well. The dragon CGI was a bit wanting. In the dark, it works well, but in the light, you can really see that it's struggling a bit. I've seen better dragon CGI in House of the Dragon and even The Hobbit. The lady who voices the dragon, Shore Agadashlu, God, her name is. It's funny. I knew her. I heard her voice and I could put a face to the voice, but I didn't know her name. A very recognizable voice. I think it suits her because they were trying to portray the dragon like this scorned mother that had her baby dragons killed. The father gets killed by the dragon. That was so sad. The third act was a bit more extended than I expected, because I was very surprised that those evil people from the evil kingdom, the one who sacrificed the girls, I was surprised that they went for Elodie's sister, then threw her in. I don't know, I was expecting like the minute they grab her, Elodie will come and save her, but they grabbed her, threw her into the pit. And then I was like, why isn't the dragon killing her immediately? The dragon was using the sister to lure Elodie in. The third act was a bit extended, but it played out well. It played out in a way that I expected. It would have been very annoying if they wrote that Elodie kills the dragon. It wouldn't have made sense, because it's like Elodie was there to break the chain of women dying and this evil kingdom lying to the dragon, this evil kingdom lying to the women. And yeah, I had a good time with it. In the end, Elodie becomes like Khaleesi vibes, and I was cool with it. I loved this movie. I'm actually surprised that it got a 60% from the critics. I don't know. I was very surprised. After I watched the movie, I went online to Google some details, and I saw that it got a 60% on Rotten Tomatoes. I was like, huh? Well, 60 seems a bit low. I feel like 55% seems a bit low. I feel like there was a lot of heart and soul and effort put into this film. So personally, I would give it a 7 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10. It was super lenient, 8 out of 10. Really had a fun time with this one. I was not bored at any point. Really enjoyed it. Had me on the edge of my seat. I really enjoyed this one. Give me your thoughts about this film. Smash like and subscribe if you enjoyed my review. This is the strong woman that I want to watch. One who goes through trials and struggles and overcomes and grows. I enjoyed this one. I really did. I'll see you in the next one.